Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right.
Yeah,
Last
break eight.
last thing that we're going to do is we're going to preview the Pac-12 tournament, okay?
Oh,
Arizona.
fun.
That's the end of the DTF podcast. We'll see you guys again next week. We're going to come here. You'll see us
Hey,
on
hey,
Monday after.
hey, hey,
We're
hey.
good. We're good. We're good.
No, do the Pac-12 some homage.
Yeah, here's the
It's
thing.
the last Pac-12.
It's the end of the
See ya.
Pac-12, and I yeah, we should probably say something, but I fucking hate that this is where we are. We're talking about TV executives. We're talking about how they destroyed the sport. We're talking about how all these suits, they don't give a damn about what they're actually watching. Don't actually have any like investment or loyalty into the teams, into the sports. They care about being able to put a little bit more money in the pockets of these ADs, in the pockets of these TV executives, in the pockets of these decision makers, and making sure that these universities with billion-dollar endowments get an extra 0.01% revenue coming in. It's ridiculous. It sucks. I hate it. It's not right. We should not have the Pac-12 getting blown up, but it is what it is, and that's where we are right now. Colorado, Utah, they play that in the quarterfinals. It could be a bubble game. Washington State, give me all the Kyle Smith. I'm all the way invested in Kyle Smith. Let's find a way to get Washington State to win something, to cut down some nets. I want to see it happen. Arizona's probably the best team in this league. They can make a Final Four. That's all I got, guys. The Pac-12.
Washington State swept Arizona, didn't they?
They did.
They did. Got a broom.
Have
Give me
one.
Washington. Give me Washington State to win the league and Arizona to make an Elite Eight.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's, by the way, really crucial month for Arizona because here Tommy Lloyd last year lost to Princeton, and if Purdue didn't lose to FDU, we'd be talking about Arizona trying to shake off the March Demons. You know, Oregon is the 4 here, and Dana Altman says he's coming back. I just don't understand the state of this program, this Oregon program. Like, they were, what, an Elite Eight team a couple of years ago? Peyton Pritchard had them on an incredible run too. 20 wins on the season. But they've had a couple of injuries. Is it Jermaine Cuisinart or Cuisinart?
Cuisinart.
Cuisinart is their lead scorer, has had a nice season. I can't figure out that program as a whole because defensively they're not good. They're sub 80. Offensively, they're typically solid. This year they've been decent, just outside the top 60. Like, I want to say Arizona, Oregon excites me. There was a day and age where that game excited me. And I just can't figure out the Ducks as a program right now. And Altman's going to be back, but I don't know if that's the best thing for Oregon. You're not going to get rid of Dana, but like the state of that program as they head into the Big Ten they're off the map. They're not relevant right now. Really.
If they can hang on to those freshmen. They've been playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of minutes. That's really what's kind of happened with them.
Then you got to avoid the portal. Right? You got to Jackson and Jackson Shelstad, like, you're right, he's a very talented player. Had 23 points against Colorado this past week. Colorado to me is intriguing. Do they intrigue you guys at all? I mean, they've got KJ Simpson. They've got a couple of players that are big time talents. Like, Tad Boyle's team has been a disappointment overall. I expected them to have a really strong season.
Let me tell you about our newest partner for the month of March, Splash Sports, the home of certified community competition, where you get to play against your friends and not the house. Whatever game it is that you are playing, from survivors to tiers to pick X, the safest way to play for real money without the hassle of having to track down deposits or worry about payments is through Splash. They have partnered with PaySafe, the best deposit and payment system in the world, to ensure that money stays in safe hands and is delivered to the right places. To join the Field of 68 Survivor Madness, click the link in our profile below and join in. Entries are $5 a pop with a prize pool of up to $4,500. Winner take all. Join Splash and come prove that you're smarter than us. None of these bubble teams intrigue me at all. Like, Colorado can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. Iowa can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. A lot of these teams that are sitting here saying, like, we got to find a way to play our win in the Pac-12 tournament, like, give me Indiana State over all of them, right? Here's my thing about the net. All right, I said I wasn't going to go on this rant.
I agree with that.
I'm going to go on this rant. Fuck it. I'm going to go on this rant. Part of the reason why Michigan State is in the NCAA tournament comfortably by both by the projections of most bracketologists, if they have a certain number of quad one wins. One of those quad one wins at home is Indiana State. Indiana State had to play at the Breslin Center. They had to play all their best non-conference games away from Terre Haute because no one will actually go there to play them. No one will actually play them at home, right? Terre Haute, whatever it is. And they are rated high enough in the metric that the NCAA put together to determine the quality of these teams to be a quad one win in the Breslin Center for Michigan State. And that's part of the reason why Michigan State is going to make the NCAA tournament. But we're saying that Indiana State, number 26 in the net, is not good enough to be an NCAA tournament team because they happen to play in the Valley and they don't get a chance to play 21 quad one and quad two opponents because it says Indiana State instead of Michigan State on their jersey. And people view Tom Izzo and that Big Ten program in a much different light than they view Josh Schertz and a Missouri Valley program. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, if you're going to sit here and tell us that this metric that we're putting out in the net tells you how good wins are, and we're going to use that as a sorting system, and we're just going to fucking ignore it when it comes to putting teams in the tournament. What's the point? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? They went 28-6. They went 28-6, and because they had one bad night on the road against Illinois State, we're going to sit here and say, fuck you, get out of here. No, man. What are we doing?
So
what world are we living in?
Well, I mean, the same.
I had to get that out.
No, I mean, hey, here's the thing. I did that feature on James Madison, and they're a win away from not being up for discussion. But yeah, like, they're 29-3, and if they lose to Arkansas State, they won't make March Madness. They're 29-3. And by the way, went to the Breslin Center opening night, and what did they do to Michigan State? They beat them.
Mm-hmm. Dog walk.
Beat them. James Madison's quadrant one record, 1-1. You know why? They can't.
Nobody will play him.
Nobody will play him.
That's the problem with the net. That's the problem with the net, right there.
The net's rating these teams the right way. Why can't we use it to put them into the tournament?
But the net is a flawed system. It's flawed system. But here's the other thing. The committee, I have heard this through the grapevine, that Dan Gavitt and the committee, and I think they just should come out publicly. Like, I think we would all love it if they just came out publicly and said what I've heard murmurs of, is that it was never the intention for people to be waking up daily and being like, hey, babe, new net dropped. Like, oh, they jumped 3 spots. They're in. That's not, folks, that's not how it works. Like, if that's how it works, then going back to like a Seton Hall, they're net 62. We would be saying right now, they're probably not a tournament team, but they're going to make it. They're in. Like, there's no chance that they miss the tournament. None. Remember, the game against St. John's Thursday is a road game.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
it's a true road. It's a true road game. It's a
true.
Right. So here's the thing. Like, it should not be the sole. It's the committee has said, apparently behind closed doors, guys, it was never meant to be the end all be all. But to your point, if it is as important as we're saying it is, then Indiana State should hear their name called on Selection Sunday.
They should
Indiana
anyway.
State is deserving of it.
Give them in. Put them in.
James Madison, put them in. If Arkansas State wins today,
like,
put James Madison in.
I do support Jeff Goodman's take on having the 4 mid-majors, top mid-majors, and the 4 power conference schools that are literally on the cut line meeting in a first 8 if tournament expansion happens. It is something we would all sign up for. And I guarantee you that if
those mid-major games would win.
Right? What's that?
Those mid-major teams would win.
That right now I'd pick at least 3 of the mid-majors to win out of the 4. So it's got to change. It's got to change. We're going to find out this Sunday. There's going to be somebody really pissed off. But let me tell you right now, Colorado and Utah and Iowa, and for that matter, Villanova fans, if you're mad about your team missing it, then maybe you shouldn't have taken 12 or 13 or 14 losses. Enough is enough.
I will tell you this. If Villanova gets in with 15 losses, including losses to Penn, Drexel, and St. Joe's, and Indiana State doesn't get in because they got that one bad loss to Illinois State at home. Losing at Southern Illinois is a quad 2 loss. There
They
ain't
could
no
get
shame in
in.
losing at home or losing at Southern Illinois. If Indiana State doesn't get in and Villanova does get in, I will raise epic levels of hell. Which means there will be like a 5-minute rant for me on the field of 68 that everyone will forget about by Tuesday. But still, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna seek out David Warlock and give him a piece of my mind when he
don't you do that to David Warlock.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's got to deal with us enough. David Warlock's good. I'm just kidding, David. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.